for Providence City. It is Wednesday, December 2nd, 2:30 in the afternoon. We're holding this meeting via Zoom. The Administrative Land Use Authority members are myself, I'm Scarlett Bankhead. We have Max Pierce, our city engineer, and Rob Stapley, our public works director. In attendance from Providence City staff, we have Ryan Snow, the city manager, Diane Campbell, our land use clerk, and April Fredrickson, our code compliance and zoning. So it looks like we have representatives from both of our agenda items today. We have two items on our agenda. The first item is a conditional use for a pool. Providence City Administrative Land Use Authority will consider for approval a request by Doug Adams and Immaculate Construction for a pool located at 736 Grandview Drive in Providence. It looks like we've got Jeff Barrett.
Hi, Scarlett.
How are you, Jeff?
Good.
So, Jeff, did you get a copy of the packet that included the staff report?
I did.
Okay, Diane, do you want to take a minute and just review that staff report with us?
Okay. The application came in November 18th, and Rob inspected the infrastructure on November 23rd. Aaron Walker took a look at it and sent an email with comments on November 19th. The findings of fact in Utah Code 10.9.507, conditional uses allows a municipality to adopt a land use ordinance that includes conditional use and provisions for conditional uses that require compliance with standards set for an applicable ordinance. We look at the Cache County GIS parcel summary to see if there's any sensitive areas that need further analysis. The Providence City Code sensitive areas says that any lot, a whole lot or the parcel lot within an area subject to hazard areas like hazard flood, hazard slope, hazard water table, hazard earthquake, hazard wildfire shall be dealt with as a request for a conditional use permit under the provisions of section 10.3.5. Providence City Code 10.3.5 allows the city to impose reasonable conditions to mitigate the reasonably anticipated detrimental effects of the proposed use on the health, safety, or general welfare of persons residing, working, or conducting business in the vicinity. The conclusions of law. Providence City has adopted land use ordinances for conditional uses. The Cache County GIS parcel summary indicates this parcel is in the hazard wildfire and hazard slope areas. Walker Fire Inspector reviewed the parcel and sent an email to that effect. The request meets the requirements of the codes listed in the findings of fact with the following conditions. The applicant will continue to meet all relevant federal, state, county, and Providence City rules, laws, codes, and ordinances. The applicant will meet all requirements listed in the Providence City Code 547 for swimming pools. The conditional use is for the pool only as shown on the site plan dated November 18th. And approval by the city of any application submitted or paperwork does not alleviate the owners and or their agents from their responsibility to understand and conform to local, state, and federal laws. Providence City's approval is not intended to and cannot be construed to allow any laws to be violated.
Thanks, Diane. Rob or Max, do you have any questions, concerns?
Nothing for me.
Nope, this one's looks pretty good to go on my end.
Okay. One of the things, Jeff, I believe, and Diane, please correct me if I misstate, but in Aaron's email, he said there wasn't a need for fire review because this was just a pool, but if there was going to be a pool house, then he would have needed to review a little more. Is that correct?
Yes, he did not
Okay.
give clarity as to whether or not there was a structure or not, so I'm assuming there wasn't.
So I guess, Jeff, that's if they change their mind and want to add a pool house or something along with this pool, we'll have to reconsider. I mean,
Yeah, at this point, the only thing, and Diane sent me the swimming pools and hot tub code for the city, and the yard is currently fenced in with a chain link fence with gates already, and it will have a lockable pool cover on it. But yeah, as far as any structure over the pool, there isn't one right now, and we don't plan on building one. I don't think he'll change his mind, but if he does, we'll go through this process again.
okay, all righty, just so long as everybody's aware of that. Okay,
Okay.
that being said, Diane or Ryan or April, do any of you have any comments?
I did not.
I don't.
Okay, then I would entertain a motion to approve the conditional use requested by Doug Adams and Immaculate Construction for a pool located at 736 Grandview Drive in Providence, based on the findings of facts, conclusions, and conditions in the staff report.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, the motion was made by Max Pierce and the second was made by Rob Stapley. All in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed? The voting was unanimous. Thanks, Jeff. Tell
Thank
Doug
you.
to enjoy his pool.
All right, we'll do. See ya.
Okay. Our next item of business, the Providence City Administrative Land Use Authority will consider for approval a request by Austin Ball and Orchard Homes for a new home located at 259 South, 300 East. And it looks like we got both Matt and Austin with us today. Did you get a copy of the packet and were you able to review the staff report?
Yes, I did.
Okay, do you have any questions or concerns before we start discussing?
Not right at this moment, no.
Okay, all right. Max, Rob, are there any things that you wanted to highlight or discuss?
Not at this point.
Okay.
No, I guess the driveway on the site plan shows it, I guess, two separate driveways, one going out onto the private HOA shared driveway and one coming out onto Third East as well.
Yes, yeah, yep. So the road that you see, the private road, is just for those two lots in back and not for that lot in front.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that. Thanks.
Diane, do you want to give us a quick summary of the staff report?
Sure. The application came in November 19th. Rob looked everything over and approved it on November 23rd. Aaron Walker reviewed the site and we have a letter from him dated November 24th. Findings of facts are the same. Conclusions of law, the only difference is this is in a wildfire hazard area. Let's see. Conditions. The applicant will continue to meet all relevant federal, state, county, and province city rules, laws, codes, and ordinances. The applicant will mitigate hazard wildfire he sent in a mitigation statement with the application, and we also have the review letter dated November 24th from Aaron. The conditional uses for the home only as shown on the site plan, date stamped November 19th. Approval by the city of any application submitted or paperwork does not alleviate the owners and or their agents from their responsibility to understand and conform to local, state, and federal laws. Providence City's approval is not intended to and cannot be construed to allow any laws to be violated.
Thanks, Diane. Okay. Does anybody have any questions or comments on that? Ryan, April, or Diane?
I don't know.
I don't.
Okay, thank you.
Just for everybody's knowledge, I used to fill out the fire flow information on that infrastructure report. It's kind of changed directions twice now, but just for everybody's knowledge, nowadays, Aaron and I communicate through email on all of these. And so rather than redundantly typing things up and attaching things in multiple places, he and I have been communicating just as a heads up FYI on how that process is currently going.
Okay. But you feel like there's adequate fire flow for this area, right?
We have wonderful fire flow in this area.
Okay. All right. If there are no further questions or comments, Austin and Matthew, you both did, or at least one of you got a copy of Aaron's letter because it was included in the packet, but I want to make sure that you got that and that you understand the requirements that he's got there, that you're using the right type of roofing and taking care of the vents with the mesh and whatnot. All right. They're nodding their heads on the
Yes.
video. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. All right. That being said, I would entertain a motion to approve a conditional use requested by Austin Ball and Orchid Homes for a new home located at 259 South, 300 East in Providence, based on the findings of facts, conclusions, and conditions listed in the staff report.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion was made by Rob Stapley, the second by Max Pierce. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for your patience with us. And enjoy your new home. It's a
Thank you
pretty
very
place
much.
you're building in.
Looking forward.
Um,
Thank you.
That's all the items that we have on our agenda. Is there anything else that anyone wants to bring up that we need to consider for a future agenda? If not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion by Max Pierce, second by Rob Stapley. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. Our meeting is adjourned and it's approximately 2:43. So enjoy your afternoon and thanks again for your attendance.
Thank you.
Thanks.